Nezuko becoming a human is one of the biggest things in all of Demon Slayer history, but what if I told you she is already becoming a human and it's happening at the end of the series? Now, yes, we do know that Nezuko becoming a human, that's basically been Tanjiro's biggest
Flame breathing. First form. Unknowing fire!
My name is Isaac Briones. I'm 18 years old. During the first few years of high school, I didn't really...
Hello and welcome to episode 11 in my scripting series. Today we're going to be looking at if statements. So if statements, they allow you to run code depending on whether something has happened or if something or a condition or something that we tell the script is true or not. So for example, if the time of day is nighttime, then we can turn a light on. Or if 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, which it is, then we can do something. So firstly, when we're doing an if statement, we have to say if, and that basically tells the script that this is an if statement and we're checking something. So an if statement is made up of an if, a then, and an end. So we have if, and then we have something that goes in between if and then, and if whatever we put here is correct, if it's true, if it's right, then it's going to run whatever code goes in between these two lines. So if I was to print out correct and I was to put something in here, obviously it has to be, well, this is a condition, it has to be something that we can check. So for example, we could check to see if a number add another number was equal to 4. So if 2 add 2 is equal to 4, then it's going to print correct. Now let's run this script and see what happens. Well, there we go, prints correct. So what it's done is it's basically said, right, is 2 add 2 equal to 4? Well, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So this condition is true. And whenever the condition is true, then it's always going to print correct. Now, if I put false, then it's not going to say correct because the condition that we've put in here is false. Now, I know we've written false, but basically when an if statement sees a condition which is false, then it won't run the code inside of it. When it sees true, then it will run the code inside of it. But what we didn't say whether 2 plus 2 was 4 or not. We didn't say that was true. So what happens is when you put a condition in here, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, it's going to work it out, and then if it is correct, then it's either going to be true or it's going to be false. When it's false, it doesn't run anything inside of the if statement. When it's true, it does. So our conditions can either be true or they can be false. And depending on whether they are, is whether the code will run or not. So these conditions, you can think about them as like the script checks them and they're either true or false. And if they're false, it won't run. If it's true, it will run the code inside of the if statement. So well, what do we want to check? Well, you can check properties of things. So we could check to see if the time of day was nighttime. So let's look in the lighting. The lighting has a property called time of day. And if we were to say if game.lighting dot time of day, and because it's a string, time of day, the data type is a string, then, oh, by the way, when we're checking something and we want to say if something is equal to something, we always have to do a double equals, and this is because when we're setting a value, if we were to set the time of day, we would say equals, and then we'd put the time of day in there. So we're setting time of day to be 12 o'clock, but if we were to have one equals, the script would think that we're setting the value to 12 o'clock, but we actually just want to check it. We want to see if it's equal to something. We want to see if it's equal to 12 o'clock. So because it thinks we want to set it to 12 o'clock, we have to do a double equals. So whenever you do an if statement, just make sure that you have 2 equal signs when you're checking something. That's just the way it is, because it's not going to work if you just have one. So make sure you have 2 in there. So we're going to do a string. We're going to do 12 o'clock because it's not a number. Time of day. Time of day is a string because it's got these colons in the middle. If it didn't have the colons, then it wouldn't be, but that's just the way it's formatted, so it's a string. So we can say if time of day is 12 o'clock, then make it correct. It will then print out correct. So if we clear the output and run the game, it's currently set to 14 or 2 o'clock, so it's not going to print correct. But if we were to change the time of day to 12 o'clock, and run it again, you can see it prints correct. Now, this if statement is only going to run once. It's only going to run once the game starts, and then if you change the lighting later on, it won't update. So if we start it off and the time is currently at 3 o'clock and we change it to 12 o'clock, you can see it doesn't print out correct. That's because the if statement has already run. It's run once, and it's not printed correct because the time of day wasn't 12 o'clock when we started the game. It was 15 or 3 o'clock. So it only runs once, and then once it's already run, it'll just move on. It won't keep checking like an event keeps running. Won't do that. It will only keep checking if you put it in a while loop. And I'm not sure if we've done a while loop yet, but a while loop will just keep repeating any code inside of it like this. If we were to do this every 1 second in our while loop, it would constantly check. And now if we change the time of day to 12 o'clock, every 1 second it will keep checking, and there we go. It is correct because the time is now 12 o'clock. But if we change it back to 15 or 14 or 00, you can see it does say correct still, but you can see it's not increasing over here where it goes times 7. That's because if we went to clear the output, you see it still wouldn't print the message. So that is what an if statement is really. You say if, you put a condition in there. If the condition is right, then it will run the code inside of it. If it's not right, it won't. So let's get rid of this this while loop here. Now, I'm going to show you another thing here. I'm going to show you else. Now, if you say else, if this condition is false, then it will immediately run the whatever's in between the else and the end. So if we were to print incorrect, what would happen is it would say, well, is the time of day 12 o'clock? Well, no, it's not. It's 3 o'clock. So it's not going to print correct. It's going to go else, because if the time of day isn't 12 o'clock, if our condition's false, this is our backup. This is what's going to
Alright, yo, this is King here, back with a brand new video. And guys, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make animations. So I hope you're excited because it's going to be a pretty fun one. This is like how you make your hand go up and down, or how you make yourself, you know, like kick your legs or whatever you want to make. Like, for example, let's say I had like a game where I had to like mine this
Hello, people, and today, welcome to this sorted. It's really simple. simple and it's a real.
We're gonna say slash on stop, and we're gonna set it to nil. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to make the touch function. So we're gonna use the script. But before we do the script, we're going to need to do some important stuff. This will require a load of animations model that I'm going to put. I'll put the link in the description below. And you can see this is my model right here. This is called the throw animation pack. I'll put the link in the description. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click using it, and I'm going to select the rig. And as you can see, it has my animation right here. So yeah, let's go into the script and let's go ahead and make some variables. So let's go ahead and make the dbounce local db equals false. Now we're gonna make the can't hit bounce. Yeah, I agree. Can't hit bounce. Now we're going to get two variables: local idle and local slash. So this one are going to be nil. And now let's go ahead and add. Some configurations. So I'm gonna add some configure. So what I like to do is I like to say local on equals a table, and then we're going to say trail enabled And then we're gonna add a bool, which is gonna say true. And then we're gonna say blood effects equal true. So this will enable blood, but if you don't want blood, just configure it to false. But now we're gonna stick on to the true. Now we're going to do the player equip. So this one's gonna be a equip function. The script.parent.equip on connective function. And I'm gonna so we're going to do is we're going to enable the equip sound. So we say script.parent.handle. Dot. Now we're going to make the parent R, but this time I need to replace that with a T, so sorry about that. Now I got the sword, and now it should slash. As you can see, oh my god, as you can see, it slashes. Ended. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're gonna slash. This time with the slash. So if slash, then slash will stop. And that is all. We have completed the whole server script code. So as you can see, I'm right here. to make the touch function, so we're gonna. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna script.parent.unequip connected function. We're gonna say slash stop, and we're gonna set it to nil. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to make the touch function, so we're gonna. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna script.parent.unequip connected function, and then we're gonna say if it'll then idle will stop ended. We're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're gonna this time with the slash. So if slash, then slash will stop. And that is all. We have completed the whole server script code. So as you can see, I'm right here. So I got the sword and already equipped it. So this is the stupidest equip. It looks like you're holding it rising up. So I hope you make your equip animation doing well. But if I slash, as you can see, it works. And it's also sync with the timing. So if I go in here straight directly to this head.
Bruh.
So I accidentally said parent R, but this time I need to replace that with the T, so sorry about that. Now I got the sword, and now it should slash. As you can see, oh my god, as you can see it slashes very well. As you can see, it absolutely works. So yeah, that is all for today's video. As you can see, it absolutely works. So yeah, that is all for today's video. If you have any concerns or comments about my sword, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, join my Discord server if you want to chat with me. I'll just see every message you can see. But anyhow, that is all for today. So if you absolutely like it, please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And like it if you enjoy it. And leave a comment and make sure you think it is helpful or not. And anyhow, that is all for today. See you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace out.
起きろ攻撃されてるよもやよもやだ衝突申せ俺が守る戦え
Hey, I'm Talon, and this is Rumpus, and I'm going to show you how to start an online t-shirt business. Let's go. First, go to shopify.com and start a free trial. Next, create your t-shirt. You can use your own designs or hire a freelance designer. Once you have a design you love, add it to a t-shirt and put it on your store. Now launch your store and start selling. Starting an online t-shirt business is easier than ever with print-on-demand services. Print-on-demand handles your inventory, packaging, and shipping for you. Here's how it works. A customer buys one of your custom t-shirts. The order is then automatically sent to your print-on-demand service for printing. It's then packaged and shipped directly to your customer.
Hey, buddy, when they say wear a face mask, they don't mean a literal face mask. Hello everybody, welcome back to MK. My name's Jack, and today we're gonna whack our faces at the insufferable people of the world. Think the world's getting better? Well, think again. Dallas turned 4 on the 27th of July. He loves homemade chocolate chip cookies. Great Dane. Great Danes of Instagram. Gentle Giants. Big boy. Spoiled and rotten. Homemade cookies. Man's best friend. Chocolate is poison for dogs. Moderation is key. But thanks for your concerns. Yeah, okay, you're right. But in this case, no. You can drink acid in moderation, and that's still not good for you. At least that's what the government wants you to think. Education Minister reviews incident of child left in underpants during school day. I was in shock. The child's mother told UNET, I couldn't believe it. I saw my daughter and saw how the other kids were laughing at her. I asked the teacher why she did it, and she said that the rule stated it is forbidden to wear a sleeveless dress. I told her, so just underwear is okay? Yeah, what the hell? You can always rely on a school to take dress codes far too dramatically sometimes. I remember when my high school informed the girls that the reason they couldn't wear sleeveless tops to free dress days and such was because it would be too distracting for the boys. Because apparently naked people on the internet isn't a thing. And I'm pretty sure it's girls who are more attracted to arms than guys. Just saying. It's dumb outdated logic. Schools need to stop this. Have a safe weekend. Oh, thanks buddy. Oh no, the condoms have holes in them. Quick, inform everybody. Attention everybody. If you're going to have a safe weekend, please do not use the condoms. I repeat, if you're having a safe weekend, do not use condoms. Thank you. Extend your laptop's battery life with Battery Saver in Opera's browser. Please use us. This feature doesn't work at all, but it makes you feel better. It's like